Yo, what's good peeps? As we draw even more closer to 2022, in this video, I'm going to be taking a very quick look at what I consider my 5 favorite personal standout games of 2021. Believe me, narrowing it down just to 5 was definitely difficult, but these games are pretty much the games that I personally thoroughly enjoyed playing the most throughout the year. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Number 5.
Fans of the franchise always knew that Hitman 3 was going to be a decent game, but it being this good really did take people by surprise. Once again, we play as Agent 47 as he uses all of his skills to try and take down the partners. The gameplay here is the best of this latest trilogy. They have refined things so well that it is hard to imagine how they could have ended this current trilogy any better. The sheer number of ways you can go about taking down a target in this game is just staggering. For me personally, it can be at its most fun when your perfectly planned plan goes wrong and you have to think on the fly. Definitely a top release for me personally in 2021, and definitely one that I had to keep on my list.
Number 4.
I wish you could be friends again.
I'm not gonna lie, to me this is perhaps one of the biggest surprises to have EA's name on it in over 10 years. It Takes Two will probably feature on many Game of the Year 2021 lists, with it more than likely topping those lists. This breathtaking game features a mum and dad on the verge of divorce being transformed into dolls and having to work together and face their differences in order to survive. It is fantastic stuff, and the fact that this has to be played in either local or online 2-player co-op is just so interesting. The gameplay offers a bit of puzzle solving, some platforming, but no matter what, it requires teamwork. This is great stuff, and it is easy to see why so many people fell in love with this specific game. Definitely a top release of 2021.
What happened to my greenhouse?
Terrible.
That is what happens when you abandon your passion. It gets you.
Number 3.
Members of the resistance.
Keeping it real, epic is a word that is thrown about far too easily in gaming these days, but Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is well deserving of that word. A tremendous exclusive for the PlayStation 5, this game takes advantage of the fast-loading SSD and also the DualSense controller too. It has a blockbuster story that is fun as you would expect, but it also has a few hard-hitting moments going on too. The gameplay is just so much fun, being able to pull yourself through dimensional rifts, making use of all kinds of crazy weapons, and it is all wrapped up with Pixar-like visuals. Definitely one of my favorite PlayStation 5 games that I played this year. A real gem. If you haven't had the opportunity to buy this game or pick it up, I definitely do recommend it.
A new one. The boundaries between the universes are coming undone.
Number 2.
Destroy paradise.
Looking for a sign.
In all honesty, many of us had hopes to be playing Deathloop at the launch of the PlayStation 5, but the game was more than worth the few extra months it took to come out. The story of Cole on a strange island that is stuck in a time loop and his attempt to discover who he is and break the loop is so smart, so clever, and so slick. While the setting and the story is great, it is the loop-based gameplay of Deathloop that makes it such a unique game. Learning a little bit more each time you go can make for some amazing shootouts and clever ways to take down the various different targets. Definitely another really solid PlayStation 5 exclusive. This one is, I had a real blast playing it, and I can see why a lot of people do call this game their game of the year for 2021.
Hi, Colt.
Number 1.
Now, Hades was already a fantastic game on the Nintendo Switch, but you have to say that when it came to the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, the performance boost it got made it even better. We are not even just talking about the visuals, but the way the game actually run. This is a tremendous roguelike dungeon crawler that has the added bonus of having an excellent story too. It is a game where you will always say just one more round, but still be playing this game 2 hours later. Now, I do know that this is obviously a little bit controversial to be putting a game game that did come out officially in 2020 as my personal game of the year, but I actually only really truly appreciated this game when I did play it, when it did come to Game Pass this August, and I will say that without doubt this has to be definitely one of the best games that I've played in such a long time. Phenomenal game, so much hours of entertainment, and it is frustrating at times, but every run that I did experience in this game definitely felt well worth it. Anyway peeps, that was a very quick run through of 5 games that I really truly enjoyed playing in 2021. There were so many games that I did enjoy in addition to these, such as Forza Horizon 5, a game that I really appreciated playing last month on the Game Pass, an awesome racing game, and even the likes of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy was another game that really stuck up on me this year that I really enjoyed playing. One game that I definitely do recommend. Shout out to everyone who had the opportunity to play the likes of Resident Evil Village as well. That's another top game that could have easily made my top 5. It's probably not the best Resident Evil game that I've played to date, but it is a phenomenal entry. Shout out to those who also played Halo Infinite. I'll be honest with you guys, I haven't had the opportunity to dive deeply into that game as much as I would have loved to, because it has recently been released. I've played it a few times, but not enough to justify me basically placing that in my top 5. And also another game that I really did enjoy playing this year was definitely Metroid Dread. Another game that actually kind of sneaked up on me this year, but a really cool gem on the Nintendo Switch. Certainly so many games. I'm sure you guys have a very different top 5 in comparison to mine, so do let me know what were the 5 favorite games that you had the pleasure of playing in 2021, and as always we can definitely chop it up down below. As always, if you did enjoy this very quick urban gameplay video, be sure to smash the like button, do hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so before, and until next video we definitely say peace out peeps.
Man, what happened to my greenhouse?
Terrible.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.